What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We are fully respect. I suppose I should probably show you all what I did. So we don't have anything to do with the shield anymore, since we're not going to be using it. I didn't get this ability, but I kept most of these. The ultimate, the dropkick, these little side abilities. I did spec up here a little bit, just to get Stomp that applies Overwhelm, because Lucanus has an ability that detonates that. So for now, we're going to go with that combo. I did get the 10% physical resistance, and then what changed severely is I came down into the weapons tree. So, that's the airborne downfall attack, that's the guaranteed crit. We have Fury of the Forge, deals 342 fire damage. Then we have Decisive Finish, Agile, Charge, and Final Attack all do plus 10%. We have Determined Death, which is you can hold your final attack and release it at the right moment to get an attack buff. Light attack damage versus health plus 10%. Stagger from weapon attacks plus 20%. We got Performing a Takedown heals you for 250 health. This would have been great along the way. I should have looked down in the weapons tree sooner. And then we have Charged attack damage is 10%. And we are going to be using the big old bonk stick. So I'm interested to see how two-handed works. We'll try that going forward. Now what is this quest? Rook, the Antam occupying Treviso think they can outlast the crows. We believe it is time to prove them wrong. Come see us when you can. There. Let me take a look at this. Doesn't seem like you have a recommended level. All this stuff is recommended level 5 to 40. Not much of a difference, huh? I'm actually invested in going back to the crossroads because I would like to get a couple of chests that I missed then, plus Venatori and the Antham too. Things will get interesting with the Canary, so I think we will actually just go ahead and take care of that this episode instead of what's going on with Nev. You just double check. So Nev is the main story. This is a faction issue. So yeah, let's go take care of the faction quest. Nev and Lucanus is fine. I did actually respec Lucanus a little too. I gave him a health potion. Somebody needs to throw heals at me. Because we were having a bad day with all that. We are wearing heavy armor now. I did drop a couple upgrades into it. Yeah, this will probably help. So we have the Soothing Potion. He has Adrenaline Rush, and he has this, which detonates Overwhelmed. Pops with this. That detonates Sundered, but I don't think we have anything that actually procs Sundered in this party at least. This applies Weakened, and this detonates Weakened. So I can combo with both of my teammates. From me personally here, which is going to be good. And then, of course, he can heal me, which is also nice. I might actually look at... I wonder, Nev, do you have a healing option? You do not have a healing option. Okay, that's fine. Do you have anything that, instead of detonating... Oh, she does have a healing option. Okay, well, since we're not going to be applying Sunder to anything here, definitely do that. That detonates Sundered, but we're not applying Sundered. Too interested in the timeline thing. You apply Weakened, which is always going to be good. You just add Cold. What I'm thinking about doing here... Let's take some of these out. We have Blizzard. That'll be damage versus barriers. That'll be good for barriered enemies. Weakened duration plus 50%. Weakened effectiveness plus 10%. And this gives plus 50% damage versus barriers. Give her that for now. With how much I was struggle busting there, having both my companions with a heal ability might take some of the heat off us. Which I was definitely feeling like I needed last episode. It was getting a little chunky.
Helps. And there's some good bargains out there for you.
That remains to be seen. $240, and that's for Lucanus. Gives him more ability damage. Why not? We want mementos. That mole looks pretty, actually. It's a lot of pure ore, though. We'll keep that in mind.
I'm always open.
Greetings, Rook. I am Air, one who provides training for Antiva crows.
You're not a crow yourself?
Not as such, but we are frequently at their service. That answer suits them, as it should suit you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have a memento though. Hold that thought.
You're new as well, right? I'm Talons.
Ah, it's not inaccessible anymore. Interesting. And it looks like our visitors are over. Looks like they left. So I should be able to get my chest now, yes?
So, hiring the demon of Virandium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding
I knew
things
it.
mandatory.
I knew that was how we were supposed to grab this.
After all the jobs I did him in Rathis, the last thing I expected was a Devinter mage to be involved in breaking me out.
Well, good. I hate for assassins to find me predictable.
Antiva Parade Home. It gives us more defense. Way less ability damage. We won't be switching to that. Not for the sake of some defense. Alright, now we can go talk to the crows. I wanted to just snag that chest before I forgot it existed.
Almost there.
And I'm heading straight that way once we've talked to these people, because I haven't been there before.
How's my front? All right.
Oh, the Antivan crows here, and they just waltzed in and killed their Grandmaster. I'm still a little stuck on that. King's Draft. Action on behalf of Antiva. At 7th Talon, I give notice that the Antivan crows have drawn a contract against the enemies of Treviso, the Antam. It is not the Antam. We aren't required to give His Majesty a point-by-point, but he's your blood, Viago. It is a courtesy to let him know we are going to war. The occupying Antam are strong, driven, fanatical. They cannot be reasoned with, because reason is just a weapon to be resisted. They can be killed, of course, but removing a leader does not remove their desire to be led. They are a force we must contend with, but they are not Treviso's true enemy. A name, Viago. Contracts require a stabber and a stabbee. Thea, you know my doubts. The butcher took the city too easily, and there is dealing with the gods there that I dread to know. But I fear that the true enemy of Treviso is not known because they are known, merely unrevealed. The hand that leashed Treviso, is that nebulous enough? Yes, that is a series of someones we can eventually kill, but not something we can send my father. On to draft 5 then, Neri. Begin again. Viago de Riva, 5th Talon. Andretea Cantore, 7th Talon, transcribed. Neri de Acutus. Testing my linguistic skills with those names.
Occupied. The insult of it.
It's more than insulting.
It's salt in the wound. And that is my purview.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
Neither of you strike me as a bloodthirsty sort.
Our shared enemies deserve our worst.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord butchered Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The Butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
That's the reason Antiva is supposed to be unassailable in the first place.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the Butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information? Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Butcher Dathrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the Butcher himself is odd.
But some of these Canaria Talvashov.
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
Well, they do think the Qun is the antidote to life's chaos. For them it is.
You're in charge. Antiva has a king.
And the power of a king is enforced by armies. Antiva has no army. It has the Crows.
There's a reason Antivan coins have portraits of guild leaders, not royalty. We're patriots. Crows can't field a battalion, but we protect our nation our way.
Apparently not, considering you're occupied.
The gods care about taking Treviso.
Maybe the Crows are losing their edge.
The gods may just want the Antam.
But Antam distrust magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
Helping the Crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our Crow and help with his contract.
Find your Crow, then what?
Imagine it was
We break
Zevran.
this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Dragon Age has always had so many opportunities to do things that are really, really cool.
In the Drown district. They're always
And
together.
it seems like they almost never take the chances.
Perhaps too eager for one so young.
Can you blame him? We've all lost too
So, for
much in
example,
this occupation.
I'll explain a little about what I mean by that. So, in Dragon Age Origins, literally where the franchise started, and most people's favorite of the games, right? You have Sten, you have Zevran, you have Liliana. They've used Liliana here and there. You have Morrigan. She's come back a couple times, but she's mainly been like a side role. She was kind of important in Inquisition, I suppose. It seems like she's just here as a trophy in this game. So we went into Dragon Age 2, right? Dragon Age 2, mainly based around the Canary. That's basically the main enemy for 75% of the game. But they didn't include Sten.
Rook,
Made the call.
And then again in Inquisition. Canary, huge threat, huge deal. They didn't use
But I
STEM.
planted the idea in Rook's head for my own.
And even Crows. Zevran came back inside Dragon Age 2, but only as a side quest.
I'd have questions. A Tevinter mage breaks a demon-possessed assassin out of prison. What's her angle?
Mierda. Time to die!
Just wish.
Please, go.
I wish they would... I don't know, is that fan service? I don't think it's fan service, but... I like that heal. Bonk.
Finale moves yours.
Hold on. The takedowns healing us is phenomenal. Oh my god.
Well, Rook, that goes to you.
Alright. Well, I think I like two-handed. Right, you detonate weakened, you apply weakened. So let's hit it with this.
All set.
Good. No, cheeky. Well, I did just realize that he's level 25, so perhaps we should scale it back a few inches. Quite out-leveled by him. Wait, hold on. Where am I? Okay, well we're gonna go... Oh my god. We're gonna go kill the Vince again and get that set up and ready to rumble, but we're not gonna mess with the boss. And never mind, it's saved that. I just gotta destroy the Blight Cyst, and we'll be good to go. That stays that it's recommended level 30. Yikes. No wonder it kicked my ass. Actually, I wouldn't even say it kicked my ass. I think I held my own quite well there, actually. Alas. We'll get to other business before we come back and fight that Blight champion. I think I'm only level 13, 14, something like that. It's a hefty fight. But now, we'll try our best not to get sidetracked by every little thing we see.
But it was your idea to hire me.
I made the suggestion. Rook made the call. Why? Are you worried I have ulterior motives? That I planted the idea in Rook's head for my own ends?
That wasn't where this was going.
Really? Because I have a question. A Tevinter mage breaks a demon-possessed assassin out of prison. What's her angle?
Mierda. And people say I'm overly suspicious.
Well, this is a new locale. This was closed last time we came here. Light work of those. Yeah, we're only level 13. I hear fighting bosses with double health bars. The defense versus 10 weapon damage. I'll keep the weapon damage on that. Warlords of the Antam. It is easy to think that the Antam broke from the Canary as one, but the reality is that of a vase shattering into countless shards, each broken in its own way, reflecting the warlord who now leads each kith. Some, like the butcher in Treviso, use their new freedom to indulge in cultures long forbidden to them. Others, like Atashak, Dragon King, or Iskatare, Master Killer in Ravane, reject foreign cultures and either lean on the trappings of the Antam or invent a heritage to inspire the loyalty of their soldiers. What seems consistent among the Antam warlords is cruelty, from Bakwanasar, Flaming Wind, whose ships terrorize the northern coast, to Kashtar, Jewel Taker, whose kith have become a bandit army in the mountains outside Marotheus. I believe the reason to be twofold. First, these kith shocks feared that their army might turn upon them as they turned upon the Arashok, so they drive their soldiers through fear. And second, they are very few kind and thoughtful on Tarm. This is an observation, not an insult. The Qun has two words for healer. One is Rethare, a healer priest, whose name literally means one who helps. The other is Meridim, an Antam battlefield healer, whose name comes from Mar Itwa Adim, or do not let them fall. Those under the Qun have jobs selected for them by their teachers, so any young Canare too thoughtful or too sensitive for the harsh life of the Antam would have been made Rathari instead of Meridim. The Kinare, in their wisdom, decided that all children who are naturally prepared to follow orders and hurt others should be placed in the Antam, and this is the result. There are a few Antam, not Kithshaks, but individual soldiers, who did not break from the Qun. Their help is the only reason the betrayed Arashok survived. They and the former Arashok have renounced their Antam status and now serve under the defense branch of the Ben Hasrath, as the Kinare, their body in rebellion, try to survive with mind and soul alone. So the Kanari folded. They all broke away from the doctrines, turned on their Arashoks. I find that a little hard to believe, actually. I mean, Sten was literally fighting for his life in a Blyfield shithole, and he stayed loyal. He went back at the end. Yeah, that one is a hard pill to swallow. Let's go up here and run right. I don't see the entire Canary Empire folding like that. I mean, even when we had,
Considering that.
even when we had the Iron Bull, and all that entailed, and he was working for the Ben Hasrath, we had some dealings with the Canary there, and they were completely loyal. Even for Iron Bull, who, you know, that's unfortunate. Iron Bull understood the goings-on of the world, like he wasn't a fool. And even he was loyal, and his men. Like, he'll totally sacrifice his men for you if you tell him. And that's for the Canary, because he doesn't want to be Ben Hasrath. They're also just bred to be loyal warriors. It's not like you get to pick. I don't think disobedience would ever occur to them. Certainly not to break off and to just be like random warlords, because that's the whole point of the being designated Talvashath, which means you're hunted by the Antam forever. But what we just read said that the Antam is not even something they use anymore. I don't know, the whole Canary Empire being fractured like that and turning on their Arashok, betraying their whole existence-based religion, seems a little indulgent to me. I would need lots more explanations on how that happened and why and where. Swallow that. Damn, we're on the rooftop grind, huh? 25% stagger. Maybe. Wait, that wasn't the chest that's on the map. It wasn't. Interesting. I guess this one doesn't work yet. Maybe it's locked from that side. No drop downs or anything cheeky. Well, I guess these rooftops are on their course for now. You jump down that rock. We've been this way. We haven't been this way. Just taking a quick look around.
Is it the demon or the
Both.
Maybe I want the secrets of your coffee supplier.
You're a crow with a demon. Be foolish not to keep an eye on you.
Don't flatter yourself too much. I don't trust anyone on first meeting, and I keep an eye on everything.
Well, if you do want coffee, let me know.
You trying to get some riz going though, Lucanus? See what's in this chapel building. I love how I said I wasn't going to get distracted this episode and I was going to do what we were here to do, and now here I am running around the open world. Apologies if you were very interested to see what was going to happen in the main story. Vendetta. When seating is not limited by an occupation, all are welcome at the Cantori Diamond, but the most prestigious tables are invite only for the signature house game of Vendetta. In the game, played with a divination deck, Death and the Fool constantly trade ownership, eliminating a major arcana card with each pass, and are rebuilt with the minor arcana until Death at last takes the Fool, and Best Final Draw takes the pot. Outcomes can seem nebulous, and it is rumored the entire exercise is a silent way to discuss contracts while hands are kept busy and away from weapons. These suspicions are always voiced by onlookers. The invited do not speak of Vendetta. So assassins gambling.
We've got company.
That's a useful trick. Good fight. Good fight. That was a fun one. I think I've already decided that I prefer the two-hand to sword and board. Crossbill is a light helm. Too worried about that. I came all the way down there for one chest that had a light helmet in it. I guess it was worth the experience of killing the boss. Alright, now I really need to go to the quest. it's just such a fun world to look around, at least so far. Maybe this is going to get tiring eventually, but
The demon of Virantium.
as of now, it's pretty fun to look around and mess around. Look for things to kill. We just need to go straight and get to this.
I got it.
No, but the reputation that went with it,
I suppose I earned it.
and then some. Assuming my sources are accurate.
Past reputation means nothing when your current contract's still open.
I know the feeling.
At least he's not willing to rest on his laurels about his reputation preceding him. He wants to prove himself. I can rock with that.
Not even an army stops the Treviso market.
Almost feels like home.
Speaking of Treviso Market,
Anything here speak to your aura?
just 590. More stagger duration too. Let's get that.
Little amethyst on your forehead for 10 minutes every night. Works wonders.
If you're
Yeah,
not sure
you didn't
what
have
to
any.
do,
Wait, hold on.
just
Actually,
ask Tia quietly.
Grants quick and non-potion use 10% ability damage. Sounds like a great idea, actually. Alright, I think we actually need to equip some of that stuff, so... Compare. They gave me invulnerability on potion use. This gives me quickened, potion effect, and 10% ability damage. And the healing differential is not so different. One gives me 100 health, 20 ranged attack, weak point damage. That's the stagger. We'll put that on. And then weapon damage versus ranged attack and weak point defense. That'll do for now. And then in here, the only heavy armor we really have. It's worth anything, so we'll leave that where it stands. Alright, that's fine. Alright, since we're about to go into the next part of this quest, that's probably a good place to wrap it so I can actually do a slow poison next episode. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is of course a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care everybody, have a great day.